I'm not putting anything on the list because I don't want him to know I have the poison.
He'll be like, oh.
That was under the table.
Yeah, your list is going to look like this to him. He'll be like, oh, okay, I can handle that. Blank paper.
Yeah, I'll tell them that he's got to fix the taxes for Critias, and it's going to cost us each he's going to need 5 gold pieces to get us there and back safely.
And then I give him a list of the different armor prices that we got.
Oh, all 3 of them?
Mm-hmm.
He said he really needed this one. Okay.
Now, I'm just going to tell him, considering where we're going, as dangerous as it is, we would really like to have this.
He says, oh, you're going to Siren Song. You had said a island in the south, and yes, that is an island in the south. He goes, I'm really surprised that you were able to get anyone to take you there. It's all right. All right. Okay, who's making the pitch?
I made the pitch for the armor.
All right. For just the armor?
And well, I'm throwing the sword in there too.
Okay, for just the armor and the sword. So you're like, I'm not trying to get a ride.
Oh, he's got to pitch the ride. I don't know anything about that.
Okay, well, I just assumed you guys came back together and then went and approached him. Okay, and you had like 20 minutes, half an hour worth of strolling time to talk about things.
Oh, okay.
So I guess you guys
I tell you guys everything.
Yeah, unless you tell me that you're not going to tell him something.
You mean I gotta work for my trip?
No, I got you off that.
Because I said he doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so we need a gold per person for 4 people. We need a gold and 2 silvers.
We got Dameron and Rickon, the Ranger, Rick. We got Damon, and then us 3. So we need 5.
So we need a gold per person for 4 people. We need a gold and 2 silvers for them all.
She's like kicking him in the ankle.
Wind up slit this guy's throat.
She's like, are there any rocks around here?
Yeah, you handle the talking. You're better at this. You know how to game the game. And don't forget, we gotta get the taxes fixed for that dude. Or his fines, rather.
Okay. That should be enough of a note that I can make heads and tails of it when the time comes. Next time you'll be like, what the hell did I mean by this? All right. Okay, so you're talking to him, huh? Telling him those things.
Yes.
All right, give me a home. Where did I look? Give me a charisma check.
Yeah. Oh crap.
That's negative.
Yes, I rolled a 13.
All right. He's like, Well,
You know, I understand this is a lot of money we're asking for, but he's a big dude. We gotta cover him, and he's our main source of protection.
he says that's yes. He goes, he goes, I'm not sure how I'm going to do the gold piece of peace and all that, and the gold and 2 silver. He goes, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. He goes, and we don't owe any favor, and no one in the taxation bureau owes us any favors. So I'm not sure how I can call one of those in.
May I make a suggestion? Sorry. I have a match in 2 days.
2 days.
1 or 2 days. And wager on me in the arena, and then that can maybe fund.
Oh, he goes, so you're going to take a fall then?
No.
No?
No.
Oh,
I'm supposed to fight with a teammate of mine.
all right. Do you think you can beat him?
No, not him.
Oh.
We fight as a team.
Oh, okay. All right. So
It's
you guys
just
are
a
going to be
suggestion.
ganging up on somebody?
I don't know what we're fighting.
He says, okay. He says, I'll ask around some of my fellows who are more,
But you got to put me in this equipment.
put you in this equipment. He says, I still need to write a letter to your master explaining the situation.
It's just a thought. I don't know what.
It's a good thought.
I like it.
All right, roll me a charisma check.
Now this is where it will suck.
And here's where the failure comes.
All right.
Charisma's a 4.
It's been rolling high all day. Let's go with the difference.
It's like 20, damn it.
I know.
Well, let's see. What am I at?
Hi, this is Moneymaker, your dastardly DM. I just wanted to take a moment to check in and make sure you are enjoying the show so far. If so, please let us know by clicking the like button and the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and leave us a comment below letting us know your favorite parts. As I'm sure you've already noticed, we had some technical issues. A few problems with the green screens, but mainly mic issues. We think we have it figured out now. Hopefully by the second half of Season 1's recording time, we should have the new mics to clear that up. If you'd like to support our endeavor and allow us to give you a higher quality product, the easiest way to do that is to go to my Subscribe Star page and subscribe. You can find the link in the video description below. There's all manner of gaming stuff there outside of the show, but you can also find things such as NPCs and monster art that I've used, and character sheets for all those NPCs, and for the player characters that you love so much from the game. Alright, I think it's time to get back to the show. Hope you have a great day.
Crap. I missed it by 2.
He's like, Gregorius, you ignorant slut.
Oh, God.
You
Good
know,
use.
He says, I've never even heard your name mentioned by the people who speak of the matches.
Well, hear
he
me
goes-
out. Hear me out. This is destiny. Because you want us to go find Gregorius the Great, is that right?
The elder.
The Elder? Well, I'm Gregorius also, and I will be Gregorius the Great in the arena. See the name correlation here? Then I become great there, then we go save the Elder.
He says,
Boom. Can I cast charm on this guy and him not know it?
do you have somatic concealment?
No.
It might be difficult.
Yeah, I'd have to touch him.
Yeah. And invoke invoke your stony lords in this town.
I'm the Fire Lord. Might not go over very well.
She's like, do I have somatic concealment?
I do, but I don't have anything worth.
You don't have charm.
Nope.
Stab his ass with that
She's
dart.
like, can I act like we're dancing and just pretend that, yeah. That's how you use somatic concealment on somebody else. Pretend you're dancing. Well, that's a thought. But yeah, he's like, he says, I think we have gotten off the mark as far as what is central to what we're trying to get done here. He goes, I promised that I would allow that match, and for no other reason than that it might make it easier for your former master to accept that he has lost you as a slave after having put what I'm sure is a large amount of funds into your training and procurement. He says, but this, I think perhaps, he goes, how about you all run down a few more leads? He goes, and I'll see what I can do as far as putting together a package of some money, okay? He goes, I'll see what I can do. See what
I mean, so how bad do you want this guy back? Because none of these captains down there want to go to the Siren Song Island. The only reason we got this guy to go is because he owes fines, and I established rapport with him somehow. So, if you want, if you don't really care about this guy, then we don't have to get him back. But if you want him back, we gotta, this is our boy.
He says, okay, yeah, go ahead and roll me a charisma check on that. And
7!
Alright.
I rolled a 7!
So he's amenable to it anyway. Let's see.
Look. I made my roll. This is my charisma dice.
He says, this is probably the most number. It's definitely the most charisma checks I've ever had anybody roll.
This is a different kind of.
Yeah, well, it's fairly different for me too. It's an investigation and go beat the bushes kind of game.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Finally roll up a necromancer and all I'm doing is negotiations.
I got a feeling there's going to be plenty of dead stuff to mess with here soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
No shit.
What's he going to say? Well, he just let's see. Give her a percentage chance. Maybe if he can walk that.
Keep watching after the credits to find out how to win this chainmail dice bag, dice not included. Oh, and if you're enjoying this episode, let us know by hitting the like button. Now back to the show.
All right. He says to you, you make a good argument there. He goes, perhaps there's something I can do with the taxation end. He says, and if you can, and I will reconsider on the other cost items, such as the passage and the armor and the weapons. If you can bring me a little more evidence that this is definitely where you need to be. He goes, because what leads you to believe that Siren Song is the place to go?
The sealed scroll contract we found in his footlocker.
Alright, he says, do you mind if I take a look at it?
Sure. And I pull it out of my bag.
Alright.
It's gonna be fake.
He looks it over. says. Okay. This guy's name is Cerise. LCMQ, alright. He goes, what do you think this means, this poem of the Saffron Sovereign?
No idea.
No idea. He says, perhaps if you... He goes, if I were you, I might try to figure out what this is. He goes, have you got any clue, aside from, it's obvious that he spoke to this representative of this house, Imke?
We're still trying to find out.
There was a piece of paper.
She's like digging for rocks in her pockets. I gotta keep some rocks in my pockets. He's like, a piece of paper.
We're getting nowhere.
He's like, a piece of paper, you say?
Well, sure.
So you produce that for him. Okay, I got what is
Yeah.
written down over here. He's like, huh. He goes, so this is what you were asked, why you were asking about that.
Yes.
He says,
She's gonna murder us.
I'm gonna kill both of them when they go to sleep. And I'm gonna do this on my own.
he says,
Get darted.
he says, reading this, from what I can tell, I believe that, yes, this
Not gonna work anymore.
Navusa?
Yeah.
Navasa? Navasi?
Yes, hang on.
Navasi.
Okay, that makes more sense. I wrote when I wrote it down, I transposed a couple of letters. Yeah, the Navasi. He goes, he goes, just looking at the parts that we can see here, yeah, that definitely seems to be a place name. He goes, do you think this is maybe another name for Siren Song? Is anything led you to believe that?
Possibly. The other thought I had was maybe it is a settlement or a town on the island.
He goes, do you think that piece of paper might be part of this poem that he's talking about?
Very possible.
Well, do you know who wrote this poem?
No clue.
So there's been nothing having to do with a poet or a bard or anything like that you've heard about? He says, so have you found anything else out that might lead you in a particular direction?
We're still trying to track down House Imke, see if they have any information, but so far nobody around here has heard of them being in Balic.
Okay. Did I say that he handed the paper back to you yet? Okay. Then let me actually see it so that I can use it in proper fashion. Okay. He holds it up to the light of the eternal flame that's in there, and he's like, "What's this? What's this here?" He turns it over on the back, and he's like, "Oh." He goes, "Oh, I recognize that." He says, he goes, "This is the sigil of the Grove Theater." He goes, "Maybe as we were looking for a poet, I would think that perhaps an actor or a performer might dabble in poetry on the side."
Yeah.
He goes,
Paper.
Are any of you from here in Balic?
Yeah.
You've walked by there.
Yeah,
but
I
you've
know
never
those
been
little
inside
places.
it. You've never been inside it. You walk by it. He goes, yeah. He goes, I'm pretty sure that is the sigil of the Grove.
Oh, wow.
If there were a place where many oaks could grow on a high spot, I would say that it was in Oak Ridge. But
I can feel the headache starting.
I can't even move. It's right there. I mean, did you not notice that?
I did.
Okay. All right. I'll have to give back to me first.
No.
Well, then I'll just put a picture of what I was talking about right here, so that it can be seen.
Hey, this seems like a good place to stop and tell you about the Slow Children at Play live show. Every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll live stream to all you fans. By the way, for anyone outside the U.S. who isn't sure what 7 p.m. Eastern Time equates to in your local time zone, we are in the same time zone as New York City, Washington, D.C., and Miami, Florida. In the live show, the Slow Children at Play will discuss the latest episode, answer questions from the comment section, and interact with the live chat. We will also announce the winners of contests, as well as any campaign-related news. On the subject of contests, be sure to pay attention so you'll be able to answer the question after the closing credits. I guess that about covers the live show. I look forward to hearing from you there. Now back to the action.
All right, so help me put this all together. You've got, it looks like he was interested in finding a way to Siren's song to find the last page of the poem of the Saffron Sovereign. He says, you've got that page, which has an odd verse on it that we're missing parts of because of the burns. It says, you had asked about if anybody had come to see him, right? Mm-hmm. And I said that a young man who had been repeating the name of that place that's mentioned in there had come to see him, and that he had looked like he was wearing festive clothing, but that it was quite dirty with the ashes of somewhere. He goes, I don't know. He may have been dealing with with some wicked sorcerer, or who knows, he could have just come back from a funeral. He says, is there anything else I'm missing here? Oh, the house key connection that has not yet been established. So those are the two things that we're not sure about. The young man that somehow figures into this, and
the Grove Theater and House Key.
And House Key and the Grove Theater. He says, all right. He goes, what's your next step? He goes, what do you think?
The theater, probably.
He goes, it seems that, yes, things are pointing that direction.
Yes.
Very well. All right. He says, do any of you know where he said you knew where the theater was, right? He said, very well. I'll see you later then?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
So he has to go
stoke the fire.
He goes and greets somebody as they walk in. Hey, how you doing? You having a nice warm day? As somebody else is walking in.
The headache got worse.
That's his sales pitch there. That's the reason you guys aren't seeing it when you're dealing with him. Okay.
So we're going to see a play.
So you're going to the Grove Theater, and by now it is late afternoon. So both you and Damon know where it's at. Damon's actually been there a couple of times inside. So you guys all go
picking pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Picking pockets.
It's not a bad place. Go to the coat room. Yeah. Let me make sure I can get the parts. I wrote some notes on it here. All right. When you get there, you see that the main door into the theater is closed, There are several what look like hand-drawn murals in chalk in places here and there in colored chalk across the front that look like they are showing like people arguing and somebody doing this with light coming down on them, and like they're different scenes from maybe different plays. You're able to surmise that. But the main door is not open when you walk up to it. Cool. If you want to do. So like, okay, well I guess that's that.
Knock on the door.
Okay, you knock on the door, and in a few minutes, a slight young male human with long dark hair that he has got kind of slicked back, and it's maybe this far below his shoulder, and he's got a little kind of pencil thin mustache and dark eyes. He comes to the door and he's like, we're still. He goes, well, the show doesn't start for another hour and a half. He goes, but I can. He goes, if you want to buy a ticket, he goes, I can go ahead and say that right now.
We're hoping to talk to someone here that writes poems.
He goes, poems? He goes, well, he goes, we've got a few poets that work here. He goes, are you looking for someone to hire? Or, he goes, or you just wanting to buy something that they've already done? He goes, what?
We have one that has already been written and it got damaged, and we're hoping that he can rewrite it for us.
Okay, he goes, so you know the poet then?
I do not.
Okay. Do you think it's a man?
Don't even know that.
Okay, he goes, we've got a couple of our actors who dabble in poetry. He goes, hang on a minute. He says, just wait here a minute. He goes, now just come on in. He goes, just stay out of the way, okay?
Okay.
Because we're busy setting up. So he invites you to come on into to just the lobby of the place. It's not a real big lobby. It's maybe half the size of this room. Mm-hmm. Just an area for if they pack them in, you might be able to fit 15, 20 people in there without everybody like actually elbowing each other. Just an area for people who've already paid for their tickets to wait while they're waiting to get into the actual theater itself. And he brings back a half-elf woman who has a, for lack of a better term, a clipboard without a clip, and she's got a piece of paper that she's got kind of like pinned to each side, and she's just like doing checks and X's that she has been doing. She got a little piece of charcoal around here, and she comes up and she's like, and she seems to be wearing very heavy makeup, like theater makeup, that's intended to be seen from a distance. So very, very dark lips, very, very dark rouge, very accentuated eyes.
Okay, let's take a time out for just a second so I can ask you for a little bit of help. Don't worry, this one won't cost you a dime. All I need is for you to comment the name of your favorite character and let us know why. Please just keep it positive. I'm sure all our players would love to hear what you have to say. Thanks again. Now let's get back to the show.
She says, hi, my name's Ella. She says, I manage this theater. She says, Tukey told me that you were looking for a poet, that you had a piece of poetry and it got damaged and you needed to have it completed.
Yes. Yes.
She says, so who was the poet?
I'm not sure.
Okay. She goes, do you have the damaged piece? Did you hand it over?
Yeah.
All right. Shit. Oh, shit. Fell over there.
was close.
Yeah,
That would have been interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
my shoe caught on the grout line there, kind of funny, and I was like, oh, that foot is not sliding forward like I expected it to. All right, she looks at it, she's like, that's definitely our guy. She says, oh, yeah. She says, this is, she says, this is definitely, yeah, she says, this was written by Meurius, M-E-U-R-I-U-S, Meurius, maybe, Meurius. She says, yeah, he was going on with this, he couldn't seem to, I thought it was a song that he had stuck in, that he was trying to write, because he kept repeating the same couple of lines over and over again, like he had it stuck in his head and he couldn't quite work out what the next lines were going to be. And that happens, you know. You try to go write a song, get the lyrics straight, and you get hung up sometimes. She's like, yeah, I hadn't seen him, and she goes, he kept muttering and all, and then he just didn't show up one day. We had to replace him with his understudy. Hadn't seen him in the better part of a month now. She goes, he kind of started, I don't know if maybe he heard this when he was singing at the funeral or something.
Funeral?
Yeah, you know, they'll hire out singers to sing the dirge at funerals down at the crematorium.
Whose funeral was it?
She says, let me think. She says, hang on, I don't know that he said. She said, it's not that unusual. I mean, she goes, I've done it myself. Then you just go in with the body and the priest cremate it out at the crematorium outside the gates. You know, just I don't know, half a league outside the gates there, and then they hand over the ashes to the earth priests who take it down into the catacombs. And while the body's being cremated, you're singing dirges, and you accompany the urn with the ashes down into the catacombs as the earth priests take it down to set it in its own little grotto, and you sing the dirge there. She goes, I just assumed that he maybe saw something scribbled on a wall, or maybe he heard something while he was there that caused him to be inspired. He goes, you never know when inspiration's going to strike, you know. She says, but yeah, this was definitely written by him. But she goes, we've gotten a little worried about him, but you know how it is sometimes. Sometimes people get in trouble when they skip town for a while. She goes, said I had to do that myself in my youth. She says, don't tell anybody, but I'm not really welcome in Rame anymore. So she says, I don't know. Maybe somebody at the crematorium can help you with finding out the rest of this. She goes, but if there's nothing else, she goes, we got a play that's going to be going on about an hour and a half, and I've got to pin up the backs of 3 dresses and sew them up where an actress was a little too vigorous in her performance last night. She tore the back of the dress up. She goes, and we got to sweep up the theater.
Well, okay, we'll leave you to it.
Okay. All right. She says, well, good luck. I hope you find. And if you happen to see fucking Greek names, Meurius, while you're investigating, she goes, Tell him we really miss him. His understudy is just not the same.
I'll pass along the message if I see him.
All right.
Appreciate your help.
She goes, have a great day. And she goes back into the theater to do whatever she was doing.
So we need to see if there's a way to get into the catacombs.
Well, we probably
Without
need to
being
ask-
dead.
Without, huh?
Without being dead.
Yeah. We probably just have to ask the priest, the fire priest guy. So I guess we'll go do that.
Okay, it's time for a little break. Thank you for watching. And to thank you for getting this far into the video, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We're running a Superfan Appreciation Contest. Well, actually, it's 2 contests in one. We will be doing a weekly giveaway where you can win a game token of one of the monsters, NPCs, or PCs from Shadows of Balic. In this first contest, each week we'll be giving away a different token. These tokens will be in electronic file format, both PDF and PNG, so you can use them on your home tabletop or in a virtual one. To be eligible for the weekly contest, you just need an email to receive your prize, to be a subscriber of the Slow Children at Play channel, and to comment the correct answer to this week's contest question before the premiere of next week's episode of Shadows of Balic. The winner will be chosen at random from all the correct answers on the Slow Children at Play live stream the week following the episode's premiere. Here's an example of how that'll work. If an episode premiered on, say, Wednesday the 5th of March 2025, the winner for that episode would be chosen from the correct answers posted by 11:59 and 59 seconds on the 13th the week after. The winner would then be announced on the 14th on the Friday night Slow Children at Play live stream. Then the winner will be given on-screen instructions on how to claim their prize. If the winner does not contact us by the time of the premiere of the following episode of Shadows of Balic, they forfeit their prize and it is added to the next week's contest prizes. The second contest will start at the time of the premiere of the first episode of Shadows of Balic Season 1 and last until the Slow Children at Play live stream following the last week of the first season. The prize for the Season 1 contest is this awesome chainmail dice bag. The dice bag was handmade by me using golden aluminum rings. It can hold around 40 standard-sized dice. That's just shy of 7 complete sets. The dice shown here are not included as part of the prize and are only shown for scale. Unlike the first contest, you must live in the United States of America to be eligible for the second contest. The reason for this is it is a physical item and international shipping is cost prohibitive. Aside from geographic eligibility considerations, to participate in the second season-long contest, you must be a subscriber of the Slow Children at Play channel and correctly answer the weekly questions for each week of Season 1 of Shadows of Balic prior to the end of the contest. I'm looking forward to sending out your prizes. Good luck. Oh, one last bit of legal business that I have to cover. First of all the contests and all their prizes are solely the promotion and responsibility of the operators of the Slow Children at Play channel. They are not sponsored by or associated with any entity, platform, such as but not limited to YouTube, Rumble, or Spotify, or corporation. Secondly, the rules for both of these contests can be found in the video description below. There you will also find a link to an off-site document that contains the same rules for your convenience. Alright, now that we have all the rules straight, I believe it's time to get to this week's question. Are you ready? Just remember you have to answer in the comments section below, and only correct answers count. Good luck! Alright, let's see if you were paying attention today. The contest question for this episode is, in this episode, what is the name of the woman that the party speaks with in the Grove Theater? Okay, that wasn't so tough, was it? If you don't know the answer off the top of your head, it should be a simple matter to go find it. Remember to catch next week's Slow Children at Play live stream to find out if you won. Good luck. Oh, one last thing. To go directly to the next video, just click here. And if you'd like to go to the playlist for this season, click down here. You have a great day. Bye-bye.